Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome up onto the stage Miss Sheila Nortley. Every time I watch that film, I am speechless.
Thank you.
It's fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you very
Wonderful
much.
film. This film touches so many different current subjects, current events. Why? Why did you make this film? Why did you set out to make this film?
There's so many reasons. I found that the issue of violence, I'm from London, and the issue of violence in the black community, particularly amongst the youth, is often presented to us in a way which is very desensitizing. So it's just figures and statistics and numbers. And I was moved by a conversation that I had with a young man who I met in the park in a similar way as I presented in the film. And the conversation that I had with him, it just really touched my heart. And he was saying a lot of things that I felt needed to be heard. And being a filmmaker, I kind of took it as my responsibility to try and make a film that would actually make people sad, because it's a very sad thing when you've got children killing each other. So that's what inspired it.
Okay. And I guess in terms of inspiration, you've really hit the nail on the head. It is current events and putting this story forward. As a writer, how do you make that balance between telling a story which is in the news so often and yet portraying it in a realistic sense? How do you do that as a writer?
I guess I just tried to use as much reality as I could when creating the story. So I based the character Zion on a real young man that I'd met. And the actor that I cast for the part, Shamari Brown, he's a fantastic actor. He's in the audience over there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he just literally, because he's very, very different from the character of Zion, so he spent a lot of time with people that he felt could inspire and bring out that kind of lifestyle, because it's so far from him as an individual, aside from the character that he was playing. And so he spent a lot of time around certain people to pick up the way they walk, the way they'd speak, and so on. And I think he really did a fantastic job.
Absolutely, I wholeheartedly agree. Yeah. There are so many different elements I can pick up from this film. The use of ballet to actually portray certain transitions within the film. It was very, very effective, but why did you choose that?
The ballet was a last-minute thing. It was after we'd shot the film and I'd watched the rushes and something was missing. I began writing actually as a poet rather than as a screenplay writer. So the script, when we all read it and the cast read it, read very poetically, but I didn't feel that translated into the actual film when watching it. And I wanted to bring that poetry through. And dance is obviously another form of expression, just as film and every other form of art. And again, what I wanted to do was, we have a lot of what is known as hood films, and this basically is just a particular genre, and it just puts the subject matter in a small box, and it has to have hip hop music, and it has to have grime music, and it has to fit this particular box. And I wanted to break away from that, so I chose the ballet just to kind of open it up to another dimension, basically.
Brilliant. It's very effective. This film has been shown at a number of other festivals, a number of other events. How has it been received by other critics and other film fans?
It was shown, we premiered it in December the 8th, and it was really, really well received. And it's so nerve-wracking. I'm sure all the other filmmakers can agree that when your film's up there, all you see is the mistakes, and you think, oh, I wish I'd done that different, or can they spot that thing over there, and things like this. So it's quite nerve-wracking, but the responses have been fantastic. The feedback has been really, really positive. And then we showed it again at a smaller festival, and again it was quite intimate like this one, which is even more scary because there's a lot of attention just straight focused on the film. But again, really good feedback so far.
Brilliant, brilliant. I guess a very general question here. We are in a current financial climate which makes it very difficult to find inspiration for young people. Of course, You turn on the TV, you watch the news, and you see a lot of figures about reducing numbers of jobs out there, especially for young people. How would you think would be the best way to actually go about inspiring young people to pursue areas of their life where they could perhaps develop a career or become a more productive member of society? Or how would you go about inspiring a new generation?
I think the way that I think a lot of things work in life and in the universe in general is in cycles. Once you're inspired, you can inspire other people. So what I do is I do things that inspire me. Even if it's just music, going to a concert and become inspired. And through doing that, you can inspire other people. So a lot of the extras that played the youths, we actually did a short behind the scenes. And one of them, I asked him, I said, as a young man, you know, what can we do to inspire you? And he said, keep doing what you're doing. He said, making films, because once they see us making films, this was made on a 0 budget. And it was inspiring for him as a young man. He said, oh, if you could do it, then I can do it. So being an inspiration yourself will inspire other people. I think it kind of starts with the individual.
Absolutely. And the quality you've actually managed to achieve here is fantastic. It's wonderful. How can we help? What can we do to help push your work out into the public eye? Or is there anything that you require with your next production?
I think promotion is a wonderful thing. Like just getting the film out there, getting it seen by as many people as possible. That would be fantastic. And also, yeah, just kind of supporting the film yourself. If you like it, YouTube the trailer and join the Facebook page. I've started my own company, Kingdom Entertainment Group, as well. So we've got a few up-and-coming productions. I'm hoping to produce a feature film this year, God willing.
Fantastic. Tell me about that.
Yeah. To be honest, it's in very, very, very early stages. I'm writing a feature film, and it came about very organically. I didn't plan to, but similar to this film, I just sat down and started writing, and I thought, okay, this is a feature film, so let's do it. So that's in the very early stages of pre-production. And then there's another film by a filmmaker called Stephen Lloyd Jackson, and that's a feature film which I'm going to be associate producer for. God willing. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank
it's a
you
fantastic
very much.
film.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Miss Sheila Nortley.
Thank you.
Thank you.